here.
And in here, so.
Köszönöm.
So this is a genius sitting next to me, another genius just walks in, and the third genius just walks in as well. So Mr. Richard Bona, Helliwell, nice job. The one and only Tony Carey. So, while we are waiting for the rest of the gang to come up, I just saying in Hungarian, welcoming the two really blessing great Hungarian artists, and every musician has a godfather. My godfather is Fausto, and I tell you now in Hungarian how it came, the story that I was writing a Hungarian album, because originally, obviously, I write everything in English, and you probably ask yourself how and why. And the story is very, very simple, and maybe I never shared that with Tony or Richard or Al and Mike. The reason is I was, Chupo Gabor and myself, we were appointed by the communist cultural leadership to a filmmaker and a musician who will never make it. We won't get even a passport, so we'll never get a chance. So Gabor, Chupo and myself, we just left through a tunnel, illegally. And so as we got to the refugee camp, and the first night I went to see the books and in the library. And I realized that there's a lot of Hungarian poems I've written in Sydney, in New York, in Los Angeles, and ladies and gentlemen. And I said it's so impressive that the people are writing in Hungarian language, although they are, you know, since a great while not living in Hungary. So I was reading, so good happens, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay!
Till Brönner.
Yay!
Just to finish up this little story, so I was reading these poems, you know, and growing up with József Attila and Radnóti and Arany János, I thought, Jesus Christ, it's very nice that these folks are writing in Hungarian, but it's so bad, it's just so lousy. And I said, I swear to God, I'm never going to write in Hungarian, because if I'm living abroad, I love this language so much, and I have such a great respect for the Hungarian poetry, so I will never ever even try to write in Hungarian. So 25 years ago, we released a Hungarian album, but great Hungarian lyricists were translating my English lyric to Hungarian, like Dusan, like Denny and Brody and so on. But this time, as Ákos came up to me and said, look, hey, look, fabulous Randy Brecker, ladies and gentlemen. And so, this is a very special moment for us. Fausto, Johnson. It's a very, coming out. A very special moment tomorrow on the stage, because we are going to get a second time for the same album, a golden record. John Helliwell, the father of Superman. No. There. We were waiting for you. Okay. So we're celebrating tomorrow night our 30th anniversary. And so, Randy Brecker was with us in the first album. Billa was with us in the first album. Meola was with us in the first album. Mező was with us in the first album. All right. So it's pretty much a lot of Soulmates are here this time in Budapest, or just founding members. And John was joining us from the fourth album on, and Nick was also from the fourth album on. And as our founding member Jack Bruce, the legendary iconic Jack Bruce, was passing away, I got a call from Quincy Jones, and he suggested, and hey Leslie, I recommend the greatest bass player you can imagine, that was the fabulous Richard Bona. And Tony Carey and myself, we have a long history. So, a Los Angeles boy, who he was against the Vietnam I was against the Vietnam War as well. Can you remember this Hungarian saying, gyűjtsd a vasat és a fémet, ezzel is a békét véded. Akkor majdnem kidobtak az iskolából, mert nem voltam hajlandó vasat és a fémet gyűjteni, de aztán én voltam a legjobb a évfolyamban, aztán nem lehetett kidobni még. So, Tony, Carey and myself, we go back a long history, 42 years, and as one of my dearest friends, was a great soulmate, and what a Hammond player, and he hates to hear it, but yeah, that comes. That he was number one, leading ahead of Keith Emerson and John Lord of the Purple, the melody maker, who was a Hammond player, but he sings great, and he's an incredible songwriter, as a lovely one. And so, Theo Brönner. Theo Brönner is our youngest. He's a kid. Yeah, yeah. And as you know, Randy Brecker is a genius. So, and Theo and myself, we met each other first time, and we started to talk about Randy Brecker. And Randy Brecker was mentioning in New York Theo Brönner. So it's a very natural thing that we became friends, and the friendship goes through music and life and shared values and so on and so forth. So Phil and myself became really very close soulmates. And Randy and myself, so this is also kind of a very deep relationship because even our kids know each other very well, and you know it's just so lovely. But Randy is on the road in Italy, and he's sending a text message. I just saw your daughter on TV play. So it's really lovely. And Bill, we go back 30 years. Meola in Budapest is a very special thing because Al is, as I was in a refugee camp, and the American officer was asking, what the hell you want to do here, invest in the free? I said I would like to play with Ian Anderson and with Jack Bruce and Meola. I was 75. And so the guy said, you are totally crazy. But I said, I have a vision. The British prog rock is so great when it comes down to composition and lyrics and complex production, but they are not brilliant soloists. They are not virtuoso great soloists. And again, the American fusion jazz is great instrumental players, but there are no intellectual, lyrical content there. So if someone comes up, and I thought I should be the one, to merge British prog rock values with American virtuosity, understanding of being a great player and playing a great solo. That was the idea. And I told that to the refugee camp. The guy was laughing and asking Chupo, sitting next to me, what the hell are you going to do? I said, I'm going to Hollywood and I'm gonna found a studio, film studio, what I should do. Tonight, I mean, we all know that he has 2 stars on the Walk of Fame for Rugrats and Simpsons, so we just told that to the officer, that's what we are up to. And truly, Jack Bruce and Ian Anderson and Meola were the founding members. So we have the picture in the studio as we start. Mike Stern is also with us. I think Randy, you were the one who suggested Mike, or Anthony Jackson, so somehow in the game. And so I fell in love with this wonderful guy. It's such a great heart. And I'm so happy that Al and Mike are here. We met, actually, you never, either Al or Mike was playing with us. And so 2 years ago, first time you played here in Budapest together with him. But Al and Meola, Budapest and Mandoki have something else common. Changing life, not only music, just changing life. And Al is going to tell that because 10 years ago in Budapest, he's changed his life to 180 degrees. Yeah, he changed his life. So everybody sort of knows that when you're a journalist, you write about Leslie and okay, Phil Collins and Lionel Richie, Chunokano, but you never know about my British time with Nick Kershaw, Mitch Ewer, with these folks, and I was spending a lot of time when I was engaged with Amy Stewart. And from that period of time, Howard Jones was one of those iconic British pop stars I worked with. And one of the most greatest singers and songwriter and player, is Nick Van Eden, and I'm so happy and pleased and really, really that he became a soulmate. So John, how was John joining us? I mean, the founder of Supertramp, what an iconic legend, okay? And he was teaching us that saxophone is not only a bebop instrument. So, he was actually, what he does knew that during the Stalin times in Russian, even to be the owner of a saxophone was charged for 15 years Siberia working camps, even because saxophone is an American thing in understanding of the Russian. If you want to read Ever Solzhenitsyn, that he's writing that to be owner of a saxophone is 15 years jail, right? So John was teaching us that every little melody what he played became a world smash hit. So Supertramp and his playing on alto, soprano, clarinet, and tenor, and even the whistle became signature sounds of rock music. And so I'm very pleased it's another iconic legend John is with us. And to finish up the circle of good greats, Fausto. I mean, Fausto is coming from Italy, Lake Garda, where we all like to spend some time of our holiday. And Helliwell was so kind to, yeah, I mean, you discovered him. Yeah, absolutely. I would not say no. What a great discovery, and you will find out tomorrow on stage that there is a reason why he is here. Not because he is such a lovely guy, he is, but he's a genius. So you will hear tomorrow in his story. So this is our American and British gang. As you see, it's exactly that's happening what I said in the refugee camp. To gather the British prog rock with the American fusion jazz, and add German genius like Brönner as a spice to also the intellectual roots to it, and another Italian flavor. And if the world would work like Soulmates, we would have peace, and we would. We have a running gag, a joke. Because actually, I'm always saying that we have mutual values, and I'm talking about mutual values. I want to speak out something about 4 things, and then let's talk about music. So I'm a born Christian and a man, and I'm heterosexual, and I'm a white man. So herefore, I'm responsible for the equality for women. I'm responsible to fight against anti-Semitism and any form of racism. And I'm responsible to fight homophobia. So, because it's really important for me to say that we are having mutual values for a better world, for a world where we are human and we are not having war. And that's also the last song that we just released 3 days ago. There is encyclopedia. So we have a kind of very clear statement about it, and I'm so pleased that Richard Bona is with us, proving the true cosmopolitan cultural bridges what he builds with his blessing genius way to play music. And you will hear it tomorrow, how he picks up a Bartok theme and he turns it really truly Hungary, Europe, America, and Africa meets within 2 minutes. And I'm so pleased that you are with us. What a blessing, and you're a genius player. Thank you. Yeah. So, ezt a 2 gyönyörű őrültet megismertétek már, a Sakcsi hozta le, hát olyan édesek, aranyosok, és hát olyan zseniálisak, úgyhogy nagyon szeretem, már megszerettem őket, úgyhogy Theo, what about you? Everybody wants to know something about you, because you are the youngest.
I'm certainly not here to tell you something about me, because also I'm going to probably pass out in about 10 seconds like you will do. So is there any questions? Because there's not going to be a lot more chances to ask. So if there's questions that you have, I think it's the perfect time to come up with them.
You. Any questions? Do it now.
No questions.
Okay, good night.
I've heard so many things that I'm out of questions. I've so much information now.
So what are you
I'm
saying?
out of questions because I heard so many information now
Yeah.
from Leslie.
Everybody knows everything nowadays.
Yeah.
Almost half.
You already know everything, more than we want you to
No.
know. Well,
I was here last time, so
John, you got
I
any
got
questions?
some plus.
Who took you back? Oh, it's very
it's just a pleasure to be here. That's, I think that's,
It's really fun.
I can say that for everybody. I think everybody's enjoying this and we love to play here. And we hope we don't get rained out like last year. That was really a drag.
That's just what I was going to say. Yeah, the weather is the most important thing.
But
Such a big show, and it was just pulled off last year. Can you imagine how many people were involved in putting that show together? All the TV and all you people and everything, and it got blown away. So, good weather tomorrow.
Let's hope for good weather. But it's a pleasure.
No rain tomorrow, trust me. I want to proceed with the voodoo, don't worry about it.
Don't question the goulash cake.
But until I eat the goulash today, so you have a responsibility
This has become a tradition. We've been here for several years in a row. It's always been a wild time. We have a lot of fun. It's a long show. Bring a box lunch, get a babysitter. It's going to take a while. Hope the weather's good. I think people are going to, I don't know how your English is, but they're going to ovulate, fornicate, gestate, and die by the time this show's over. It's going to be a long night. So we'll see you in a while.
Okay, well, what about caramel? And maybe would like to say something.
Mi vagyunk a legfiatalabbak is, kapkodtuk egész nap a fejünket, hogy a Leslie milyen zenei élményhez támogatott bennünket, és ezért hálásak vagyunk a karamellán. Hihetetlen érzés volt, amikor bementünk a helységbe a dolgot tanulni, és a Leslie bemutatott bennünket. A rengeteg csodálatos művésznek, és ők tapsal fogadtak bennünket, azért nem még nagy tapsal, mert bennünket ennyi fantasztikus művész, és felemelő érzés volt velük együtt muzsikálni, zenélni. Ezt azt gondolom, hogy beszélhetünk a tanáratban, és jó pár évtizedre elraktározzuk a mi szívünkbe, lelkünkbe, és ezért hálásak vagyunk, és alig várjuk a holnapi napot, hogy újra muzsikálhassuk együtt.
Hát én is csak ennyit szeretnék mondani, köszönöm szépen a lehetőséget. Azt hiszem, hogy osztozom Misi gondolataival, hogy szerintem ez tény, hogy a mi életünkben, az enyémben biztos, azt gondolom, hogy szakmailag mindenképp ez a csúcs, és valószínűleg ilyen már soha az életben nem fog velem történni, úgyhogy én nagyon hálás vagyok mindenkinek, óriási élmény ilyen embereknek egyáltalán a közelében lenni, nem hogy még így együtt is zenélni, úgyhogy nagyon hálás vagyok. Köszönöm szépen.
So, if you don't have many questions. Egyébként itt kezdtem az életemet a Rockparton, szóval itt, ott nem tudom, hogyha láttátok ott azt a posztert a dog mögött, ami van az 1975-ből. So I'm just telling that 75 was the poster was behind the drum kit. This was my band here, 97, just before we escaped, before we went to the town. It was the last gig, it was here. And it was a kind of anti-communist jazz rock club. I mean, that was always gathering a kind of free mind people, and we were just dreaming of a world where we all united and no race, no, just something common, something mutual, and love of music and very often we say music is the greatest unifier, and it's truly Soulmates is. The music is unified, so many, building so many cultural bridges. It's a melting pot, and believe me, a melting pot is much more valuable as anything else, and that's what we are. And so that's what we are going to do tomorrow on stage. So thank you so much.
See you tomorrow!